Hi Flosstube, it's Heather Miller here, the Mirror Image Stitcher, here on YouTube and also on Instagram. Welcome to my cross stitch channel. If you are a returning friend, thank you for coming by to see what I'm up to. Today I'm going to be talking about my September plans. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you have time to stay a while and see what I want to be up to in September. I'm going to be starting my timer now for the 20 minutes. And I have some notes here about what I want to talk about. So I kind of do it in a manner that makes the most sense to me, because it's kind of actually for me to help me understand how I'm going to carry out all these plans that I have. I have a glass of water just in case I get a dry throat, and let's get started. The first thing is I got my Canada Swaps 5 project done. It's stitched, it's fully finished, it's packaged up, and it'll be going in the mail today. And I will be sending Karen Daniels my pictures, emailing her about that. The next thing is, was a new start. It is Summer Pantry. I'll put in a picture here. I've been working on these seasonal ones. They are a freebie from Brooks Books. And I have done the winter and the autumn, and now I'm working on the spring. So this is a start since last time. I would really like to get this done, which I think I can do by the end of September, or the end of August. That would be really great. And then I would just have the spring one to do, and then I would do that next year. And then I have already warned my friend Carmen. She's going to be helping me get that turned into a drum. So that will be good. I want to play ABC Ingo in September. This is a cross-stitch game put on by the Cross Stitch Group Monthly Magazine. Carolyn and Robin, who run that Facebook group. If you need more information about this, you can head on over to that Facebook group, and they have explanations of how to play the game. So, oh, it's here. Okay, so this is my ABC Ingo board. If I can get it here. This is my ABC Ingo board, and I've got all the letters and then the numbers 1 to 9 on here. All right. So now I'm going to tell you about the projects that I'm hoping to use to fit the prompts of each of these to fill in my board, my ABC Ingo board. So the first one is my Reflections of Canada. I talk about this pretty much every time. I'm just going to show you a picture of what it's going to look like when it's done. It's an ink circles pattern, and I work on that on the 1st. So like, for example, on September 1st, when it's whatever number or letter is called, that would be like the first one I'm going to try to incorporate. If for some reason I can't make the prompt fit, I'll make something else fit, but then I'll always try to go back to getting that one out of the way. The second one that I am going to work on is the Teddy Bear Parade. Again, you've seen that lots. I'll put in a picture of what it's going to look like when it's done, and that will be the next one I'm going to try to fit in. The third one is Susanna Walker, 1848. It is a modern folk embroidery reproduction sampler. And I've shown that lots. Here's what it'll look like when it's done. And that's the next one. I do monthly prompts on that. It is my Leap Year Sal project to get done by February of 2028. So I have monthly assignments I do, and actually I'm doing really good with that. The next one that I want to incorporate is a set of birds that I've been doing. This is what they turn into. So I make them into a little needle book. And I've got 2 done that I haven't completely finished. I have to do the eyes in these, but there's 2 more that I've done. And so the rest of this fabric is kind of, it's already sort of gridded out. It's hard to see, but I have pulled a thread to make it all the squares left that I need. And so that's what I'm going to be using. That is, let's see, right off the top of my head, it's a Picture This Plus 32 count, but I'm not sure the name of it. I don't know if I have it right off the bat. No, I can't see it right off the bat. But anyway, I'm going to be working on snow bunting April. I have a picture here of that I grabbed off of Instagram, off of the designer's Instagram. And it's a picture of all the birds because the only thing I have is the pattern. And so I'm working on the April one, which is snow bunting. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm really hoping I'm going to give that 3 times. So I'm hoping that in the 3 times that I can get it to fit into the prompts that I should have it done. The next one that I'm going to be working on is, fitting in, is Summer Arches by Bent Creek. This is what it's going to look like. I'm doing this on a 32 count Lugana in this plaid. And basically, I just gave myself in August the goal of pulling all the threads. So I've pulled all the threads. A lot of them are Roxy floss or some overdyes and some DNC. It's really a mixed bag of everything. But I was glad to get that kitted up. That is kind of my biggest stumbling block, is kitting up a project. Once I've got it kitted up, it's great to you know, once it's put that first couple stitches, even that first stitch in, then I'm flying. But I often will just keep working on what I have kitted up already, like started, because I have a hard time with that. The next one I want to work on is my Wool and Whimsy Cottage. I'm just going to show you the picture. It's out of this book. And I'm doing it with the Seashore Stitcher, Barbara. And I had showed this last time, so I won't show it again. But I just wanted to tell you an update in that I did get a response back from the craft editor from Stackpole Books. She contacted this Gail Busai, and actually they had no idea that the picture, this sheep is charted differently. And so they gave me a new chart that has the corrections in it. So that was really cool that I actually got some a message back from that editor. And so that was really good. So now I'm just going to fix that sheep and then move on. Now, how to address the numbers in my ABC Ingo board. So there's numbers 1 to 9. The idea is that if a number, whatever number gets called, for example, 9, you would do 9 motifs on a certain project. So this took me a little bit to think about, but it also incorporates something. And that is, 2021, I bought the Silk app. It's very much like Pattern Keeper, Markup XP, etc., all those other ones, but it's for Apple products. And I really don't hear that much about it these days. I don't know, are people still using this Silk app? Number one, the app, you can only use patterns that you buy inside the app. And there's some really great designers like Modern Folk Embroidery, like Jan Hicks. There's quite a few, like, I'm going to butcher their names, so I'm not going to say it, but some Dutch designers, etc. So really great ones. The Vivster's another one. And, but I, in particular, had bought this one, and it's called Real Comfort, a Jane Austen sampler by Modern Folk Embroidery. I have not started it yet. It's 193 by 193, and it's only 8,429 stitches. I am planning to do it in a Cosmo red color. And I thought this would be a great one to get started on and to be able to do like one motif, a letter, you can see like the leaves and the borders, etc. So I really think that's what I'm going to do. So that's the only thing I need to get kitted up and ready to go by September 1st. Now, the reason why I'm trying to do this is that I'm sort of thinking about letting go of this Silk app because I have to pay for it once a year. I had done from the Vivsters, I had bought a reproduction, she changed the colors of a Frank Lloyd Wright pattern. It's of a stained glass window in one of his homes that he built. He's a famous US architect. And I had started Mayflower. And it kept glitching. My sister also was doing this, not that pattern, but had done a Dutch design. And it kept glitching and chucking out all your work. And so you had to start all over. And I think it was like literally a year of this, where every time I opened the app, I'd have to re-input everything I had done and then start filling in, and then the next thing I did, it wouldn't have saved anything. So then I didn't open the app for like a whole year or something like that. And then as far as I know, it's kind of fixed itself. I don't really know that, but my plan is, I think I have this one Modern Folk Embroidery, and then I have 2 Vivsters Frank Lloyd Wright patterns based on stained glass windows in his houses. And I might finish this Mayflower. It's quite a few stitches, but I might do that. And then I think I'm going to let go of the app. If I plan to do the other one, I think I would just rebuy it if I choose to. I also have a couple of paper patterns of his, and I might like to do those and then call it good. So I might get rid of that, but that's what I'm trying to do. Now, the next game that I want to play or whatever is Sampler September. I really would like to do this. So there's 4 Mondays in September, and so I would like to dedicate each week to one sampler that I'm doing, that I have already got started to make some progress. So the first one that I would like to work on is a modern sampler. It's by Blueberry Ridge Design, Sampler Season Summer. Now, I do not have very much. I basically started it. I'm going to put it on this. I basically started it in a summer solstice of 2025. So this is what I've got going. But in one of the other seasons, because I'm using a 40 count. I took the fabric and basically cut it into 4, but I almost didn't leave enough room on this side. I didn't realize that the autumn border went farther. I made this side of the fabric really tight. So the August one is going to be tight, but the other ones, what I've done is started in the middle to make it give me a like a border for framing or whatever that's a little more even all the way around. So basically, this one in that first week, I want to get it started in the middle and then frog this part out. So that's kind of my plan for that first prompt for Sampler September. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to keep those two out. Okay, put that there. The next one that I want to work on is called Roxy. It's by, I'll put in a picture and then I'll also put in a picture of where I'm at. It's on a floor stand, scroll and floor stand, and I just didn't want to take it off, but I will put in some pictures. It is a design by Jean Farish. It is based on a family reproduction sampler, and you can actually get the original sampler that she reproduced, but then she took the same sampler and she modernized it, changed the colors and whatnot, and called it Roxy. So that is the next one that I would like to work on to get some progress on. Hi, I have had to edit in this part of the video because I realized that I had forgotten to pull the fabric part of the project I was talking about. When I'm not working on things, I don't actually leave the fabric part in the bag. I actually lay it between acid-free papers and I roll it. I keep my samplers together and the different things. I have all my long dogs on one in a roll together and so on. So I forgot to pull them. So let's quickly talk about these ones. So this is going to be for the 21st. It is A Walk in the Woods by the Cricket Collection. It's a pattern from 1988. I am doing all the DMC colors. I've got them here. There's quite a few. This is what they look like. And this is what this is where I've gotten so far. It's on a 32 count linen, hand dyed by Rolanda. The pattern is 135 by 203. And I started it in September 21st of 24. And I had put on here, I actually washed this fabric before I started. I do have a couple of things that I use when I wash it, just so that I know when this is all done, even the DMC, I'll be able to wash this after. Okay, and then the last project that I want to work on for the 28th of, I'm just gonna refold this. For the 28th of September, for Sampler September, is this one. Okay, so it is Elizabeth Tassel, 1827, by the Northumberland Sampler House. Let me bring it in a little closer. I have converted this all to Cosmo floss colors. And yeah, I don't think I have a thing as to where I started it. If it's in here, let me see. Okay. So I did start it September 1st, 2023. Maybe it was for Sampler September then, and it's on 32 count sand. And I forget the gal's name. She said it was her first reproduction sampler. Okay, and this is what it will look like. This is what I've got started so far. So I've got a bit of the border, and this here is all Algerian eyelets. 6-leg eyelets, and all the letters in the sampler, if I bring this back, all the letters up here are Algerian eyelets. And this is the border that I'm on right now. It's beautiful. I have one more from Northumberland Sampler House I'd like to do. All right, thank you. You know what you're doing for Sampler, for either ABC Ingo, Sampler September, or any other projects or games that you might be playing. Well, thank you for listening, and see you, love you, bye.